Welcome to the US National Sporting Clays Championship. The largest clay shooting event in the world.
Welcome to the Nationals!
Sit down in that chair right there. Let me show you how it's done.
The 2024 Nationals saw over 2,500 shooters arrive at the National Shooting Complex
In San Antonio, Texas.
ready for 9 glorious days of fun. Whether it's turning clays into dust, enjoying the entertainment on offer, meeting up with friends,
We're back. I'm shaking with the feet.
or getting your fix of retail therapy,
You got every piece of equipment you could ever want here.
this festival of shooting has all of your bases covered.
This really is one of my favorite weeks of the year. If you like shooting, this really is the place to be. I could spend at least 4 of the days on Vendors Row,
I've always dirtied everything that
as long as we've got a little bit of shooting in between, and a little bit of shooting we are gonna do. I've had a chat with the guys already. There's some big targets out there. I can't wait to see them, but first things first, let's go meet our friends.
save all the things.
Of the thousands of people at Nationals, over 500 shooters were first-time attendees.
Baby, got yourself, baby.
So let me take you through how to sign up and what to expect if you've never been. First off, you've got to get over to scorechaser.com and sign up sooner rather than later. Log into the website, choose the events and rotations you want to enter, and then get on and make some travel and accommodation plans.
Action for me now.
This is the RV park. If you have an RV, you can drag it on down here, park it for the week. There's an entire another dry camping area over the back of the property. And if you don't have an RV and are flying in like me, San Antonio is massive. It's filled with Airbnbs, hotels, apartments. You're not going to struggle to find somewhere to stay that fits your budget and fits your taste.
Thing that I am. Caught in the
When the time comes to finally pull into the complex, you hang a right down the hill and head into the Beretta Registration Building, where you'll meet the team to sign in and get your paperwork and pay for any options you fancy. Just down the counter is the event merch store if you want to grab a souvenir or just get some fashion advice.
got yourself loose.
I recommend highly that you get a cart when you come to Nationals. This place is colossal. I see some pretty brave people using their bicycles to get around the place. One of these is better.
Keep me up every night.
After signing up, I usually like to visit one of the many practice stations on offer here
Now, there ain't no satisfaction for me now.
to get accustomed to looking at clays in the Texas sun.
For me now. Now that you're gone.
So it's across the road to grab a practice card from the pro shop.
After registration, the next pit stop is the pro shop.
Action for me now.
In there, you get your practice card and any other things you've pre-booked. Maybe even a very fine hat. Next, ammo.
Now that you're gone.
In the ammo building behind me, you can get everything you need. 410, 28, 20 and 12. In every weight and shot size you could think of, and from every manufacturer you could want.
With all that admin complete, I quickly grabbed a demo gun from Vendors Row and found possibly the best person to warm up with.
2023 National Champion.
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling this year?
Feeling great.
Glad to be back at Nationals?
Favorite shoot of the year. It's a week long of hanging out with everybody and having a good time.
It's a
fun.
week-long festival of shooting with your friends.
100%.
You shot the main this morning.
I did.
How'd you do?
Shot well. Shot 74 out of 75. Missed one I probably shouldn't have missed, but I think I'm sitting right where I need to be.
You have been on fire all year.
I have. It's been a pretty incredible year. It's actually, as I look back on it coming into this, I've done some stuff that nobody's ever been able to do, and it kind of, it hits home. You shoot well at the shoot, and you leave, and it kind of sinks in when you're driving going to the next one. Damn, did I really do that?
I'd love to shoot a few stands, and I'm sure these people would love to know how
Let's
you
do it.
what you're taking, what you changed.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's kill some birds.
Now that you
That's what's funny about the game. The game's not really that hard. I mean, the hardest part about the game...
Stop. No. The game's not that hard for you.
It's only as hard as you make it, though. The more time you stand in the box, the more time you've got to think to screw it up.
I love your approach, by the way.
It's
You're
pretty
fun to watch.
simple, though. Once you see the bird, the only thing you got to do from there is load the gun and call pull. The rest will take care of itself. If I'm looking at the bird, our eyes will put our hands where they need to be every single time. The only time we're going to miss is when we question what we're doing. And I'm here to do one thing, and that's beat 2,000, 3,000 people into the ground. It's the only thing that matters to me is to win. I don't care how many people I piss off in the process.
This isn't an accident. What did you change? You've always been good, but you must have changed something to become exceptional.
Lost 60 pounds.
direction.
We all mature, I think, at different ages, and that's not something you can force. You know, even as a parent, you know, being taught growing up. And I think that we all just mature at a different age, and I happen to mature later in life. And, you know, when I quit for 5 years and came back, I think my mind's finally right. Oh!
You're coming at everything from behind.
Everything.
Pretty much.
Everything.
Very steady swing through.
Yeah, you got to have the line.
One piece of advice for every shooter. What is your number one piece of advice?
I think you know, a lot of people don't understand it, but I think one of the most important things that I've ever told anybody that I've ever coached or wanted some advice is you got to shoot like it doesn't matter when it matters the most. What have I changed? You know, talking about maturing, getting older. I think that's one of the things that I've figured out is that you can't shoot defensively. You have to shoot offensively. Because when you get careful, you look at the barrel, you measure, nobody's that good.
That's when you slip targets.
100%. You've got to go after every single one of them, aggressive. And now you still have to have barrel control, but at the same time, you can't be scared to miss the bird. You've got to attack it and trust your instincts and let it happen. And I think that's what allows me to kill 3, 4, 5, 10 ahead of the field everywhere I go.
Calmness and steadiness is all well and good.
Right?
I'm interested to see here, not the right way round, but the wrong way round, how calmness and steadiness works when there's time pressure.
Okay.
You're good.
I scared that one in half.
Oh.
He knew what was about to happen. Smart rabbit, huh?
There ain't many of them.
Oh! Simple. That would put most people into a panic, though.
Yeah.
No need to panic.
Shoot this like Brandon Powell now. Ready for this?
Started too high, you gotta hold low. If we're gonna come through the bird, we're just gonna always hold close to the machine.
So you're backing way
So
back.
back here, yeah. Way better. Now you'll smoke ball the target if you slow down just a tad more. Dead.
Okay, now you quit.
Dead, right in the middle.
That is
You should. The only thing that you have to think about there is, well, the quicker I shoot the first bird, the more time I have on the second. You just
I should hold your gun super low, make a move for it, boss.
sit.
Best of luck for the next 3 days.
I enjoyed it.
Feeling revved up for the week? I headed to every gearhead's favourite part of Nationals, the exceptional Vendors Row.
Nationals isn't just about smashing clay targets, it's the whole atmosphere that makes this shoot unique and special. Vendors Row is the beating heart of that.
This place is absolutely packed with manufacturers and retailers of everything sporting clays. Stock makers, gun makers.
I mean, I can't name another place where you can take every top-end sporting clay shotgun and shoot them side by side. All the best ammunition brands.
Ear protection, eye protection, and a heap of clothing and accessories.
Whatever you need, we got it all right here down Vendor Row.
Love the new store, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in, and I appreciate everybody coming out here to take a look at the store.
Any cool new products?
Yeah, so we have a whole new line of vests that we're showcasing here at our shop. Anyone coming out, it would be great to have them come out and take a look at the shop and look at our new products.
You gotta love Vendors Row, right? It's the only place pretty much in the world where you can get everything you need for sporting clays.
Everything. There's everything at this location. Definitely, if you haven't been here, I'd say everyone should come on out. Great people. It's awesome.
If you're into shotgun sports,
this is the place. This is the place. This is the place. Yeah.
We will be back to look at more of what goes on here, but time was taken for me to start shooting some of this year's targets. You've got over 14 different courses to compete on here, with the 300 bird main event, the National Championship course, taking center stage.
you've got yellow course, red course, orange, and green. Each of them is set by a different target setter to give a very different feel.
It was the main event I was headed to first. I thought I'd sample a few different guns over the course of the week. My first stop of the week was Zoli, to pick up a gun I only had a brief play with last year. And after a bit of conversation and a quick tweak to the gun, I rolled down the complex to meet with Shoot President Neil Chadwick.
Ready for another week of fun? I mean, you've already been here for a week of fun, making sure we're gonna have a week of fun.
Yes, that's true. A week and a half, actually. Setting up, would you believe, 424 machines. Staging 2.4 million targets.
I got a bag of money, honey, and it don't belong to me. Took it from a man.
And now the most attended shoot in the world. This is a crazy event. It is like no other.
Of the 2,500 and some odd shooters that are registered, just over 2,000 shoot the main. So that means there's 500 shooters shooting other events and not the main.
Say I want it. Do you still want me?
Main event time.
Yep.
How's it shot so far?
Everything's going according to plan. The green course is shooting the hardest, which is by design. That's where the big boys finish on Sunday. Red appears to be one of the easier ones, and strangely enough, it's the one that I set. There's a sampling of everything on the red. You know, some people are going to love it, some people will hate it, depending on how they shoot.
I'm excited to shoot your targets. Should we start here?
Yeah, stand one, let's go.
I thought stand ones are supposed to be easy, Neil.
Well, it was. Come on, let's go to stand two.
Let's lick my wounds.
Okay, Mr. Carter. Orange bird from the left.
Yeah.
Low. And then from behind the hedgerow, midi.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Very sneaky.
What a horrible midi.
Yeah, and it's slowing up all the way.
Yep.
Good shot.
Ain't slowing up that much.
No, no. And it's got a bit of distance on it, remember?
Yeah. It's easy to forget that this is a national championship, and so when something looks easy, it's probably not.
Yeah. Now this is a station, Johnny, that I watched one of your videos when you were shooting woodcock.
Yeah.
This is the woodcock station.
Did I miss it in the video? Probably.
No, you got it.
Oh, in which case, no drama.
So, although it's not a woodcock, it's a rabbit.
Okay.
But it shoots between the trees.
Oh, what a lovely target. We're gonna have fun with that.
Yeah. And then on report, one across the top of the tree.
What a great set of sporting targets. Fair?
Yeah. Oh, fair.
Just hard. I'm guessing everyone's breaking the rabbit up there, not taking the hero shot before the tree. What's wrong with that?
Turned it inside out.
But it's through the tree. It's not a big tree.
Nothing come out the other side.
I've got an ounce and an eighth of BMP. It's going to go through the tree.
Nothing come out the other side.
If that was a woodcock in real life, that's exactly where you'd shoot
it. You're exactly right. That's why I said it was you inspired me with that woodcock shoot that you were on, where you shot that one. That was actually the one that you shot was going left to right through the trees. But you're right. I mean,
the Elite Golden Ticket.
yep, station 10, Johnny.
The opportunity for everyone to win something as long as you hit
Yep.
the target.
As long as you hit it with 2 shots, you get 2 shots on the single,
Okay.
you get a ticket that'll go into a draw at Elite Shotguns.
You win all sorts of stuff.
All sorts of stuff.
And
yeah.
winning stuff is cool.
Cool.
Especially when it only takes 1 clay to win some
Right.
stuff. For most of us, that's about all we've got. Golden
Okay.
target first, yeah?
Sure. Hold on, let me give you a ticket.
Like
Shoot
that.
another one. Oh. Okay, point
Yeah, we'll
taken.
bring it-
In over there.
Yep.
High into the sky. Incomer comes up above the tree and sits there.
Okay.
You're getting the hang of it now.
It's only taken 70 clays. It's the closest we'll get to the pro squad, Neil.
Yeah, that's true.
Red was all there to be hit, I
Yep.
think it's fair to say. There's nothing there that you shouldn't crush. A couple that were harder, but a lot of it is just
Technique.
technique.
Yeah.
Bang.
Choosing the right place to shoot the shot.
Yeah.
As we found out on the Woodcock station.
Yeah, a lot of them, I think, shouldn't be left too late. They're
Right.
very complex if left too late, a lot of those times. Certainly on
Right.
that last station, that big looper,
Yep.
I can't imagine shooting it any other way than how I did. That's a long, edgy, horrible thing out
Yep.
there. Currently led on a 71.
71 currently. And
Think-
we're on Wednesday.
Do we think one of the pros will manage to...
I would think,
break that?
yes, I would think probably, if not 75, 74. Yeah, I really do. It's there to be had.
Evenings at Nationals are as good as the days, with plenty of music, food and beer to soothe the soul after you put the guns down. There's even more formal events like the Hall of Fame dinner, if that's your kind of thing.
Thank you for making this the largest national sporting clays event ever and the largest single shooting event in the world in all disciplines.
There's cocktails, a sit-down meal, and the induction of new faces to the NSCA Hall of Fame. It's great to hear the stories of those deemed worthy enough to be entered in.
Bruce, over the years, helped so many young people, much like myself, get into the outdoor recreation. Bruce Aaron, salute.
Before we continue, let me take you through the full list of events you can shoot here.
Save all the things that I said that
Down here is the American field sporting.
but I never got it right. Baby, got you.
I shot this for the first time last year and it was great fun.
2 levels of 5 stand,
I was mesmerized
the Beretta Challenge Super Sporting,
every night.
It was a great course. They used the terrain. Multiple different shots from teal to raboos. I mean, you name it, they threw it out there.
a 100 bird FITAS course. If you're into things other than 12 gauge over and unders, there are both pump action and side-by-side events, a full set of 100 bird sub-gauge sporting courses, and 2 testing 50 target 20 and 28 gauge FITAS courses.
There you got it. Very different to the 12 gauge FITAS.
Sure, yeah. 12 gauge VTASC, you know, it tends to be the most challenging event that most people are going to shoot in the United States.
That's why it's the national FITAS, right?
Sure, yeah, sure.
You're not looking to give it away. If you want to give it away, come and shoot the 28 or the 20.
Right.
Hey, to look at it.
Last but not least of the registered events is the K-Kup. One of the most popular events here at Nationals. a 100-bird sporting course set in the woods in the middle of the ground, which I was signed up to shoot on the last day.
It's one of those fun side events that's designed for every class, every ability. If you're at the National Shooting Complex, you gotta shoot the K-Kup.
In addition to these registered events, there's the practice stands we saw earlier.
Hellish, yes. There you go, that's your game.
And a couple of clay snooker layouts up on Vendors Row.
But you can only speak for a British accent for the whole session. All right, let's take a look at 5 then. Oh! 5 points. If you don't go for a 6-7, everyone's gonna know you're a bitch. Your call. 1-2. Oh! That was pretty. That was fun. That was pretty. Well shot, mate. So I was impressed. Trust me. I was like, shit. The hard part, I was like, I better start focusing around with this accent.
Mate, your commitment to it.
As we've said, the main event is made up of 4 separate 75-bird sporting courses with 10 stands on each.
But it's too late to stay.
There's a variety of different rotations over the course of the event, but the one I was excited to watch was the Pro Squad. Over 4 days, all the best shooters in America would be competing on the same rotations to enable the fairest contest. This would end on Sunday on the green course, where the whole rotation was gonna be live streamed, so that people across the world could watch and see the national champions get crowned. Although we are here to find out who's going to be national champion, the event does cater for the rest of us. Next up for me on that main was yellow.
Red was all there to be hit, I think it's fair to say. There's nothing there that you shouldn't crush. A couple that were harder, but a lot of it is just
technique.
Yeah.
Choosing the right place to shoot the shot.
Now we're on yellow, which wasn't set by you.
No, this is yellow, set by Jason. And Jason did a really good job. Again, he's got open fields to use, so he's got a lot more open crossing targets.
A bit more distance.
He's got a little bit more trees on the right-hand side. Again, close-in stuff.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Rabbit from the right, crosser in from that.
Yes, the machine far left there.
Okay.
They seem to be having a trouble hitting the rabbit. Good, well done, Johnny.
Still got that skeet. I bent my knees to the skeet and now it's stuck in me forever. It's a good sort of indication of what we're going to be doing, right? Not too close.
Not too far. Yeah, that's a good pair. He did a good job on that one.
Another high tower station.
Yes, an interesting station on this one, Johnny. Jason's got the tower out to the left.
Oh, that's okay.
Throwing a standard that just clears the top of that tree and disappears to the right. Okay. Followed by a Shondell machine looping up and actually coming into us and landing in this gap here.
It's not moving fast, but it is a long way away.
It's a good way. Good shot. You give that one a bit more and shot it a little bit earlier.
A lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more, but absolutely mullered it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I put the mod in.
Yeah.
Not that confident on that big crosser shooting it like that.
No. The crosser obviously is the more difficult of the two. He could have put it on the other way round and thrown the Shondell first.
I think that would have been a bit nasty, wouldn't it?
Well, I think if you had 2 shots on that, you're guaranteed 50%.
That's a good point.
Whereas now you have to shoot the crosser to get the second bird, obviously. So you've only got 1 shot at the easy target, which you should get. So putting it on that way round made the pair more difficult. If he wanted to make it easier, he'd have thrown the Shondell first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Beat me.
Yeah, that's a good target.
That's a good target.
Yeah.
It's a long way out, not moving fast.
I think it's over 50 yards.
I can believe that.
Yeah. Couple of interesting targets here, Johnny. The Batu is the machine way out there, not this one.
Okay.
So it's throwing it slightly into you, low and curling, and then on report, Shondell standard from that machine there.
Very different visually to anything we've got done so far.
Yeah.
I got a barstool career to fall back on. To fall back on.
Not very often do you see one coming in and curling like that. Typically here, you'll see them thrown higher and upside down, so immediately you get the arc.
Yep.
But that's a pretty target.
That's a lovely. It's one of my favourites I've shot this year, actually.
Yeah.
Give me some gaps, mate. Give me gaps. I like gaps.
In the middle of them.
Sort of thing that will allow people to feel kind of good about themselves when they connect, because it's a big gap, but it's not that complex.
No,
it's just a big draw.
Yep, and you can see it all the way. Try to shoot it early or let it develop. Again, you don't need to be shooting it late to get gun position for the Shondell, because there's plenty of time.
To finish, another golden target. The golden targets are all on station 10.
Correct, yeah, all single shots to make up the 75 are all on station.
Out the left-hand trap then?
Out the left-hand trap is the single, 2 shots.
Confidently load 1.
It's confident.
Glad we loaded 2.
Yeah, underestimated the speed.
It definitely is ripping.
And it's got a little bit of distance. You see the small bushy tree? It's sort of over the top of that, so that gives you a reference point for how far away it is.
Kind of hard to read, actually.
Yeah. You've got a golden ticket. Now get on and shoot the pairs.
Very different. Less technical, more gun movementy.
Yep.
It felt like your course was all about really reading those targets. This course felt more about moving into the targets.
Yep.
Everything required more positivity. Yours required definitely more mental game.
Now that we've been around this one, do you think this one is slightly harder than the red, or would you put them on a par?
For me, I think this is a bit easier.
You do?
I don't mind wanging a gun in front of stuff.
True.
But yours actually is a test of a more experienced shooter.
Yeah,
because you really have to be paying attention to every single shot.
Yeah.
It was easier to miss on your course through complacency. Here you saw it, you knew it had speed, you knew you had to put some game in.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
This is Nationals. Of course, it's a serious event with some serious targets. But Nationals really is for everyone. 570 of the competitors were first-time attendees.
First year, I'm overwhelmed, but loving every minute of it.
It's a crazy place, right?
It's amazing. The people alone are amazing.
I think for us average shooters who come here, it is about the community, and the fact you can come, you can have some beers, you can go and look at all the coolest gear, and just hang out with genuinely nice people.
Yes, I've met some of the best people I've ever met.
And you're not leaving empty-handed.
No, and end up winning a Fab Arm shotgun, semi-auto shotgun.
That's a good thing.
It is. It is. It's amazing. I had no idea they even did that.
That's just the entry draw.
Yeah, just for the signing up to do the main event is what put me in the drawing. And
congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
So don't be intimidated. Lots of events going on, something for everybody. Even though it's the National Championship, you know, we've got the master classes all the way down to E-class. So there is
an ability to win something at every level, and you don't have to be scared.
Please grab my heart and take the lead.
From expert advice offered on Vendors Row to shotgun training clinics.
Hello, my name is Ann Morrow. I created this wonderful ladies sporting clay clinic for women to come out and enjoy a sport that I so dearly love.
I'll take the highway.
At this point, second year of the Clay Lab versus TGS Quickest Off the Arm comp. Who won last year? Do you even know?
Oh yeah, I know. Of course I know. I'm always gonna remember. Winners don't forget. Let's just say that. I will go first.
Do you remember the rabbit? I remember the rabbit.
I remember the video that we weren't even allowed to post.
Of the
because of how close it was to them.
We're gonna have to see what we've
Okay.
got. We got to
So if you
decide.
don't like it, I'm going first. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I think you're like 2, 2, 2, 2. Let's have a look.
Oh, okay.
We got A bird. All right. you
Okay,
first.
I think I have a line.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
Okay.
Ladies first and all that.
All right. Oh. Ooh. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm trying to set the bar.
Yeah, but when you bring it out, put something on the
Okay,
board.
fine. We'll put something on the
This
board.
is your advice to me. Don't get in and miss them all.
Shut up.
Bravo.
I'm telling
Get out. Get out. You're
Get out of
terrible. Oh.
Okay. You're on the board.
Poe. Poe.
Okay. That's solid.
I don't know if I can do it faster. We're going to have 2 more attempts.
I don't know if I could beat that. That's exactly what I was going to try to do.
I don't know if I could beat that.
The only thing I know between you and Ed Solomons, you basically, after I watched you guys, you have to pull the trigger as you call pull for me to beat that. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, we just realized there's a huge ass pylon that
It's
way.
got red and white height markers
So I
that
think I'm
allow
gonna
you to have the
figure this out.
perfect hold point. More importantly, it's about 6 inches to the left of where I broke it.
Exactly. And you've already had your turn, so it's my turn.
You had a turn that didn't hit one.
It's my turn. Oh. That's what I needed right there, my friend.
I'm shaking with defeat.
Are you okay after that, little buddy?
That was a power move. Poe. That's a slow pull.
You spoke slowly.
You slow pulled me.
No, you slow spoke me.
I'm not playing in an unfair competition.
No, that's all about my game.
Poe. Poe. It's slower now. It's slowing down. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm pushing it.
It's fine. Poe. No, I can't do it. I can't beat you. I cannot beat you.
Thankfully, we can look forward to this again next year, right?
But that wasn't a draw. That's sad, isn't it?
It is.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
The thing I'm going to remember, though, was your first attempt where you didn't hit it once.
No, that's true. It was like 8 shots. I didn't touch that thing.
Back on Vendors Row, I continued on checking out the stores, taking advantage of all the knowledge on offer.
It's not the best skeet shooter in the world.
I suppose we can say that now.
A lot of people have been asking me this week, chokes. What chokes should people have in their guns and why?
It depends on the game that you're shooting. If you're shooting skeet, you're probably going to want skeet chokes or something that's pretty close within that range. If you're shooting sporting clays, it can vary quite a bit, but most sporting clays are kind of a moderate range target. So you probably want something right in the middle of the range of constrictions. Light modified is very popular.
3/8, 15 thou?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much
3/8,
everything.
half, 3/4. If you need more than 3/4 in sporting clays, they probably set them a little too far.
Yeah, this is it. You should. I've seen Ed shoot some monster stuff with a light modified choke. Will do way more than people give it credit for.
It will, and that's probably been one of our best sellers since it came out as light mod. The choke, you know, you have a great stock, you have a great gun, no matter what manufacturer.
You've invested quite a lot of money, even at the entry level of the spectrum.
The last thing that touches your shot charge when it leaves the barrel is your choke. So how important is that choke?
Probably quite important.
Very important. It's the last bit of your complete rig of gear that is touching that shot charge when it exits the barrel.
And how anal should people get about this? I mean, I've spent a lot of my life pattern testing different cartridges, different chokes, and you know, they make a big difference when they work together. Is it worth people's time?
I think it can be worth people's time, but there are times that you can kind of get in a little too deep. You don't want to start doing that type of pattern work and everything else, and to the point where you lose focus on the actual shooting. So it's good to understand what the patterns are doing. It's good to check your equipment. That's always a really good thing to do.
But it's not going to fix bad moves.
If you're trying to go to the 16th decimal place, a few more practice targets might help a little bit more.
The odd lesson here or there.
Yep.
Never miss again.
Hopefully not.
Tonight is the first of the evening events. There's going to be a shoot-off in the stadium tonight. There's going to be another one tomorrow. Sunday night will be prize givings, and if there are any shoot-offs, that's when they're going to take place. Very much looking forward to tonight. Everyone's going to stay late. There's beers, there's food, there's music, there's laughter, there's happiness. Let's roll.
After a complimentary dinner and drinks, you can go and see the NSCA top-ranked shooters gathering in the arena in front of an excitable crowd to shoot off under the lights.
We're at the Top Gun shootout. We've got all the pros here, we got the crowd here, we got the lights, we got the cameras, we got the action. We've shot Station 1, so they're rearranging some shooters and we're about to shoot Station 2. They're giving away prizes, guns, raffles, you name it.
This is a spectacle that everybody needs to see once in their lives. And is as good as clay shooting gets as a spectator. With great atmosphere and even greater competition.
Feels awesome to be able to win the Top Gun shootout because it's different shooting at night. You know, when you shoot at night, your depth perception's off, so I feel like it could be anybody's game. But when we made that turn there all the way to the center cage, you know, the targets got real and they got big, so I was feeling good going into the last cage.
I will sing along.
Back to the main event, and it was time to get into the orange course. Set by the legend Joe Skull.
We're about to see some target excellence on the orange course.
Exactly.
Hi, Joe.
Good to see you again, John.
And you're going to throw some targets that are going to scare me, apparently.
No, I don't have anything here that should scare you or above your ability. I've watched you shoot before.
That's very kind of you.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting that. You've made me even more nervous.
Well,
Stand one.
It's a true pair. Got a going away standard and a belly bird coming across from the left.
All right, let's see him, Joe.
On your call.
Poop. Bang. Oh!
A simple trap bird got up and away, with a quick transition to the second target up in the sky. Fortunately, nothing too complicated to start on.
We have 500 first-time shooters at the NSCA.
500
500 first time.
And you'd quite like them to come back so that you can, like the second time you can abuse them. So that's the way it works.
Yeah, next year we'll get them.
We rolled on to the next stand that stepped up the Joe Skull mind games a notch.
All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, talk me into that target.
Okay,
Joe.
what you're doing is, you're going fast to this bird, and then the second bird, you're jumping out in front of it. Just come up to the target, hold it a second, and shoot it.
It's a midi.
Yeah, it's a midi. You're giving it lead like it's further than what it really is.
Joe's gentle reminder to actually read the targets had me back in the game.
The art of good target setting. Throw something that looks easy that isn't easy.
Right.
Station 3 was more fun again. A speedy crosser was a true pair with a rangy looper that had to be shot on the drop. It took me a pair or three, but I found it in the end before Joe took me straight to his scariest target.
Midi chandelle from the right.
Mm-hmm.
Now standard left crosser.
Oh.
That midi chandelle was fast.
That wasn't very kind either. That was a gap.
That was a little bit.
That was a delay. I was promised, like, you said this course was one of the easier courses you've ever set.
Yeah, it is. For you.
Everyone's different, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Different gun. Everybody handles the targets differently.
Yeah.
What's hard for you is easy for somebody else.
With varied success, we continued on through a few of the best stands on the course, before pulling up to 10, the Golden Ticket Station.
Golden Ticket's a standard orange top bird, comes across quartering away.
After an epic miss on the Golden Ticket bird, I shot the report pair of right to left crosses and breathed a sigh of relief as finally the punishment was over. It's been a while since I made that much of a mess of relatively straightforward targets.
Everyone was telling me it was one of the easier courses, Joe. I disagree.
It has been run.
I know, and it won't be by me. But
thank you. Pleasure seeing you again.
Once again, great work.
After such a beating, I decided this would be the ideal time to eat myself happy. Luckily, Nationals has this covered. With a huge array of food vendors, both down near the 5 stand and at the brand new Winchester Pavilion.
It's a random thing to have a sushi stand in the middle of Texas. I appreciate it's a global food, but these are large bites. This is Texan sushi. It's extremely decadent. I mean, all the food I've had at Nationals has always been extra and cool and big and exciting. But I never thought they'd have sushi.
This isn't the only new thing at the ground for 2024. Last year saw an unprecedented quantity of rain. And so the team at the National Shooting Complex have been busy.
We've done so many improvements from last year. Y'all were here last year. Remember, we had a little bit of mudstorm. The great thing about last year is everybody got to take a little bit of the complex home with them in their suitcase.
Had a good thing going and laid it all down.
Just in the dozen alone, we put 1.5 million pounds of rock down for a cart path. We've added over 3,400,000 pounds of concrete, upgraded the clubhouse, widened some roads. It's just spectacular, folks. Everybody's having a great time. The weather came together this week.
Johnny, we are thrilled to have in the museum here the most expensive shotgun you're going to handle all week. This is President George H.W. Bush's MX-410 personal Parazzi.
We saw some pretty cool guns when I was here a couple of weeks ago, but this is like relevant to me. I can appreciate this a lot more.
How often do you get to handle a United States President's shotgun? And of course, it's absolutely beautiful. Parazzi, of course, is known for beautiful, manufacturing and customization of shotguns. But you don't see a Parazzi MX-410 very often, much less one that was owned by a United States president.
A full SCO side plate, the highest grade gun Parazzi can make, and owned by a former president.
That's correct.
That's a special thing. So he would have had this as a hunting shotgun?
Well, that would have been a hunting shotgun, but Bush was also known for shooting clay targets, so he may have used it for both. I don't really know, but it was presented to him as a hunting gun.
What a special thing. It's always worth popping into the museum, man.
I want to point out too that his initials are down here on the stock, GB. And the case that it came in also was monogrammed with his number, a leather case, absolutely beautiful.
That is an amazing thing. And who owns it now?
So this went from President Bush to former Secretary of State James Baker, who then let it go to his stepson, and my conduit is to his stepson. But essentially, this is on loan from the family of James Baker.
Thank you very much for sharing it with me and us, to be fair. That is an amazing piece of gun history.
It absolutely is, and certainly a part of United States history.
I kind of wish we could shoot it, but apparently...
Well, maybe nobody will know if we do.
I was stopped by a stranger and informed that Browning was open and had the brand new 825 on display.
We went for each other like
Who better to test it out with than another shotgun YouTuber?
The brand new 825.
I didn't even know there was a brand new Browning gun on the market, so I'm excited to shoot this.
Well, I didn't even think it was supposed to be released yet. But the thing about Nationals is that it's the full releases just happen here for everything Sporting Clay.
Right. I do know I liked the 725, the 725 Sporting. I shot that in 28 gauge and absolutely loved it.
Oh,
so I'm curious.
in 28 gauge, it is an amazing gun.
Right.
It really is. This is a different looking beast though.
It is.
a dangerous hand if I want it.
There is a sort of IKEA furniture look. Very clean, very simplistic. It's a very Scandinavian. Let's repeat that. It's a Scandinavian look. It's a very new direction for Browning.
I got a bag of money, honey, and
I'm undecided at this point, and I don't make too many judgments up front. I like to get hands-on. I like to shoot the guns.
Below this Smith and Wesson up and take our horses east. And if we run into any
You're gonna have to show me how it's done, man. Not my line. No, I won't.
a dangerous hand if I want it.
So far for a gun that doesn't fit too bad. It's not that kicky, the trigger is really nice, and the safety catch is pretty.
I'm trying to think of how that's different than the 725. It's slightly different.
I found the 725 a little sloppy in this. This all feels tighter.
Okay.
Actually impressive. I mean, the 725 was a great gun.
Yeah.
And this is...
That's the hard thing for me, is without shooting them side by side, I only can go off my recollection of the 725. I know I really enjoyed it. This is new. There's some things that I'm kind of like, I don't know if I love it or not.
It's different. I think it
takes some time.
So wildly different. From the 525 Satori to the 725, yeah, they're mechanically different. But looks-wise, it's just, it honors that Browning thing. This is out there.
Yeah.
And you are going to either love it or hate it.
Yeah, I think I like it, but I'd like more time on it. You got a very interesting approach. The gun's canted, the way you start into it, just...
So gun's tucked in, that's not the end position, but the start position is my head slightly higher, my elbow wider and the gun canted. See the target, whack.
So this, it's not changing here.
Yeah,
you're
no,
anchored.
this is it. It's just open with the shoulder, bang.
Close with the shoulder. It's like them tuck in. And certainly with birds like this, it all happens very quickly. Allows you to sit high, see the target without having a low gun. And again, every gun's different. You know every gun's different, and so you have to kind of work it.
Right.
But for me, it's helped me shoot guns that fit a little bit less. More
That makes sense.
consistently.
That makes sense.
Because I can see what I want, it locks in, the move happens, and it dies.
Yep.
It's fair to say that friendships make nationals. You'll soon meet more new friends than you'd ever thought. I headed into the final part of the main event, the green course.
I'm on to shoot green tonight. I'm a little excited, a little nervous, and there's only one stand that everyone's been talking about.
Green 1 had been the talk of the town. And that's exactly where we were starting.
The average score here hasn't been that impressive, has it?
No, not so much. They're really struggling more than I thought they would. But we haven't seen the big boys yet.
I think they'll fill it in, right?
Absolutely. And my whole thought with putting this on Station 1 was the guys in the running are going to start here.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be as scared as the rest of us.
Of course not.
But I'm pretty scared. Nobody's told me anything but green 1, green 1, green 1.
There's an intimidation factor, but people don't get to see these targets, and that's kind of the whole point.
Okay.
Let's see what you can do.
Let's go. Can we move the sun?
A MIDI and a standard flew together left to right from a high tower at speed.
Well, why don't you try, wait till you see the standard and then run to the mini.
Okay.
Standard to mini.
Because you can actually see the standard.
Correct.
It's less of a flash.
Yep.
Okay.
See what I mean? The speed of the gun is going to kill that mini after you shoot that standard.
It's not as scary as everyone's been making out.
Because they're shooting it wrong.
That was worthy of its reputation, and with a 3 out of 6, we continued into the course. Sampling the same targets the pros would be shooting on Sunday at 3:30.
So we've got 4 true pair, 2 standard targets with a beautiful backscape with that clump of oak.
Nice.
And rolling across.
All right.
Okay, let's see it. Poke.
Be nice to start here.
And that's the luck of the draw, right? For the guys who are here the last 7 days, every squad is starting at a different place, so you never know. You've got to put a consistent round together, right?
Yeah, right.
That's the whole
It's
point.
a tough one.
Yeah.
Because you've got to have some stations people can hit.
Managing the losses and breaking the ones you're supposed to.
But again, the big boys mentally are way stronger than most of us.
Absolutely. You know, but
remember, it's nationals. It's not just for the pro squad. We've got 2,100 plus shooters in the main event, you know, so we've got to set a course that gives something for everybody.
Yeah, it has to be enjoyable.
It has to be enjoyable.
And hard targets can be enjoyable.
Absolutely. The ones you think you should break.
Yeah.
Right.
And you learn a lot about yourself with stations like Station 1.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Station 4 stepped the speed back up a little bit with a right to left crosser and left to right rising bird.
Good shot.
Well, I tell you what, when you give stuff enough lead, it breaks.
It breaks.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, I know.
But neither look like they're on a hustle. They both look lazy.
Right. And you're kind of creeping into this tree, so you want to...
You rush, yeah.
You rush.
Oh.
Beautiful line.
5 and 6 were a little softer. Allowing me to regain some confidence before we stepped into Station 7.
All right, so you put the brakes on for a couple of stations. That was nice, very kind of you.
Gotta let them catch their breath, right?
And this looks a little more in our face.
Yeah, it's a deceiving pair with this little curly, bloopy...
Slow, simple.
I'm gonna crush that target with something with high test behind it, you know, coming across. So the transition makes them really work. There it is.
Totally different moves.
Absolutely.
Good pair.
Thank
I mean,
you,
it's the basis of good target setting is to trick people up with light speed and...
Let's go get on some rabbit action.
Ah, finally, something we can hit.
Let's shoot it. You're too tall for this fence we put up, but it'll still pop out behind the fence.
Station 8 was a fast little rabbit and a quartering bird whose visual approach was blocked by a fence.
So far, could be my favorite course, you know. It is tricky. It's not so obvious and clean as the others.
It's going to make the mental game as important as your physical game.
So, you say that last stand was easy. One little bit of power difference.
Right.
You've missed. That rabbit doesn't give you much of a chance to kill it.
Sure.
You just need to kill it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trust involved. What we got here?
So here we have a true pair with some high belly birds, but a little deceiving with the left target because it's actually kind of rolling away from you.
At this point, a little out of gas from the speed round, I found this tricky pair even trickier. Luckily, hitting a pair to leave me with 4 out of 6. And it was on to the final station, where the champions would be crowned on Sunday.
How bad is the single target here?
We're giving out a few.
That's good.
Tickets.
That's very kind and generous. Oh.
Unfortunately, no golden ticket for me today. So we moved on to the pairs.
Black motorcycle, give me playback on a vinyl and some cheap.
That's a good pair of targets. Take some killing.
And it's going to be where the championship is
decided.
Right.
I think I'm guilty of doing what a lot of people do at nationals. I think I pulled the trigger too much, had too much fun, and spent too long in the sun talking to friends.
That's part of what happens.
But I don't mind missing targets for that.
Yeah.
It's a fair trade.
Awesome.
Hell of a course, man.
Thanks, dude.
Really nicely set.
Thank you, sir.
As soon as we were done here, it was time for the second night shoot of the week. The North versus South competition.
Saturday night is the North versus South, where we have 6 or 7 people from northern states versus from the southern. I think it's going to be an ass whooping tonight.
It's a little more light-hearted than the Top Gun shoot, but no less competitive.
I don't think the North's ready for the beat down that they're about to get. It's going to be epic.
In the North cage on the left. A couple weeks ago, they called him an Olympian.
Right now, it's not looking too good for our North team. We got a little work to do going into the last cage.
Once you're done watching, it's not a bad idea to head back to the bar for one last complimentary beer and some fantastic live music. Honestly, I'd go to Nationals for the social aspect alone. Sunday is the last day of the event. And before the most exciting part of the day, the Pro Squad rotation on green, I had planned to meet up with Kaylee to shoot the K-Kup.
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 Year 2.
I'm feeling better this year.
I am too.
Everyone's been like, it's quite soft, but I've seen some big names in like the 80s, so it can't be that soft.
Okay. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty technical.
Horrible pair. It's going to be sick. I'm excited.
It's going to be fun.
Let's rock and roll.
Atta-way, Johnny.
Woo! If you've done Nationals right, you should be pretty tired by this point.
Uh-oh. Our turn.
But that should never stop you going out and having more fun.
Yeah! Woo! I didn't zero it. Okay, last station. How are we feeling? Glad it's over? Or?
Actually, I am. I'm really ready for a sit down.
Not your day?
Not my day. Not such a rush. Never a rush.
The one that I was running
nailed that.
Good shooting.
Yeah, that's a rough round, but I had great fun.
Yeah, I did too. I beat Johnny Carter in his own sport?
Destroyed Johnny Carter in his own sport.
Yes, please.
You've been poisoning me all weekend.
The week had seen some great performances from the top shooters. Entering the last day, one man stood well clear of the field. Brandon Powell with a 5-target lead. This lead didn't dishearten other competitors though.
I'm only 25 targets behind Brandon. If I shoot 100 out of 75, can maybe time.
As 3:30 came around, spectators gathered on the course.
It's the Super Squad, Pro Squad, the best shooters in the world. This 75 bird course is going to dictate who is our national championship this year. It's exciting, these targets are hard, people are out here, it's hot, it's Texas, but everybody's having a blast.
The live stream kicked off, and the Pro Squad started their rotation, with all the front runners starting on the formidable green 1. It was a thrill to be there.
Jumping right in the deep end, right off the bat. All these people, I mean, pressure's on. It was awesome.
Watching these talented shooters get to work on the same targets us normal people had put ourselves against over the week. You can learn a lot by watching these pros. From how they conduct themselves into the stand, their pre-shot routine, or how and where they choose to crush the clays. We watched on, occasionally taking a break from the hot sun, hiding away in the shade of a cart and watching the live stream. As the top shooters entered their final stand, the crowd went silent, waiting to see who our champions would be.
National Sporting Clays champion, Karen Miles. You know, I honestly can't put a word to it.
There he is, 2024 National Champion, Brandon Powell.
7 days of competition, you know, and the main event's 4 days, so you've got to put 4 good days together to be able to get it done here, and mentally that's tough to do. I'm done. Time to go sit in the deer stand.
There you, I knew he was looking at deer pictures. All right, that's him, 2 in a row.
It's been an amazing year. I don't know that I'll ever be able to have the year that I had this year.
Any of the girls that I was squatted with could any day put up an amazing score.
Everybody is so proud of you, so soak it in and enjoy it. Congratulations, you're 2024 Ladies National Champion.
Nationals is an event unlike any other. It's the biggest sporting clay event on earth. A proper festival of shooting. Attended by the best of the best. As well as a host of people like you and me who want to shoot great targets, make great memories, and leave even more impassioned by the sport that we hold so dear to our hearts. I don't know about you, but I'm already making plans for 2025.
Johnny sucks. All right, wakey. Woo! That was really good. Woo! Like a pigeon? Like a pigeon. Woo! Woo! That's a dove, isn't it?